Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia and we have another update on Thor Love and Thunder. Well, last night we got the new trailer, and it has Marvel fans abuzz. There were a lot of things well exposed in the trailer, and like most trailers, it's being accompanied with a little commentary from the director himself, Taika Waititi. Now, last night's trailer gave us the first full and proper look at Natalie Portman's mighty Thor in action, and there have been several official stills dropped over the last day to give us an even cooler look. You should be seeing both of them run in the background now. Now, these pictures come from Total Film, and they actually sat down with Thor Love and Thunder director Taika Waititi. Now, if you remember correctly, he also directed Ragnarok, and he dove in a little bit into how much inspiration was taken from Jason Aaron's comics run, as well as whether we should see this as a Passing of the Mantle movie. Both of his quotes were very, very interesting. Now, when he was talking about Jason Aaron's run and how close it is to Jane's arc in the movie, his quote was pretty definitive. We stick pretty close to Jane's storyline and what's happened to Jane, because that was an influence on the film, and we're trying to take the best parts of that. Now, the comic did have a pretty positive response, and there were elements of that story that we are seeing in the trailer and have heard confirmed from various places. In case you didn't know, Jane's time as Thor was limited by an illness. She actually has cancer, at least in the comics, and it appears that storyline will indeed be part of this film. Now, interestingly, in the comics, Jane eventually succumbs to that, but returns as the new Valkyrie. And with all the moving parts in place now, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happens. Now, the other thing is the fact that Gore the God Butcher is part of this movie, and, well, his whole gig is he kills gods, leading many people to worry that this might be the last time we see Chris Hemsworth's version of Thor in the MCU. But I think what Taika Waititi had to say should put some fans' hearts at ease. This is what he had to say. And also, it's really fun. The idea that Thor has got Stormbreaker, that big axe, and now his hammer's back, and it's in the hands of someone else. It's no longer his hammer. It's the idea that someone's taking his place. I think a lot of fans are going to potentially assume, oh, okay, this is a passing of the torch. I'm not privy to any plans at Marvel for the future, but I don't think that's the case. Now, if you're a fan of Chris Hemsworth's Thor, and I am, this is some pretty great news. If Marvel was planning on using this as a Passing of the Mantle type movie, I think that would be a pretty definitive part of the storytelling that Taika Waititi obviously would be part of. During that Jason Aaron run, both characters had definitive storylines, and they actually diverged and reconnected in many places, and I really do think that's what's going to happen here. I think by the end of this movie, we may see Chris Hemsworth's Thor suggest that he's going to take a break, but I personally believe we're going to have two divergent storylines where Jane Foster might be a defender on Midgard, while Chris Hemsworth's version of Thor Odinson goes someplace else and maybe meets some new intergalactic friends. This is where I would introduce Beta Ray Bill, but that's just me. Now, obviously, when we get any more details about Thor Love and Thunder, we're going to bring it to you right away. The film is going to hit theaters on July the 8th, so we only have about a month and a half to wait, and I suspect we're going to get all the Thor Love and Thunder promotional material coming at us very fast. So, what do you guys think? How do you feel about this movie sticking fairly close to the Jason Aaron comic run? And did you have a sense of relief when Taika Waititi said this really isn't a Passing of the Torch movie? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not getting any updates. Peace.